Is organic worth it? I'm not made of money, but I heard eating organic things is better for you. Is that true? I thought I'd ask someone in the know. Chef, what does organic even mean? Like, what's organic produce? Organic produce is produce that has been grown without the use of synthetic pesticides. Synthetic being the key word here, because pesticides are always used to grow produce. It's just that to be organic, you only use pesticides that come from natural resources. So pesticides are used because it stops the growth of things like bacteria, mold, or like insects coming and eating the plants, or insects bringing plant diseases from one plant to our plant. Pesticide use is common. It's just that organic means that it's a naturally derived pesticide. And for food to be labeled organic, that means that it cannot have anything in it that is not naturally occurring. So I'm talking food coloring, additives, E numbers, all of that stuff cannot be used if a product is labeled organic. Why is the food that's labeled organic more expensive? Organic growers spend a lot more time growing organic food. It takes more time, it takes more land. And not only that, the land is even more expensive because you need to certify your land. And land that is organically certified, it has to be free of any chemical fertilizers. And not only that, once you do grow the produce, you can't send it off to be processed or transported with not organic produce. So that also costs more. When we're talking in terms of cold hard cash, what we're paying for when we're buying organic produce is we're paying that little bit extra to not pollute our sea, our land, our air with chemicals, because that is what is used to grow conventional food. That is the reason that the conventional food is much cheaper, because we use synthetic pesticides which are much cheaper to grow the food. That way we can grow more on the land, it's cheaper to process. But just something to bear in mind, how bad is it for me if I don't eat organic? So if we're talking from a nutritional perspective, there's not really that much difference. Essentially what you're doing when you're buying organic is you're reducing your intake of toxins. Essentially, just to be clear, there are safety limits that are in place that are strictly enforced on all food and produce to make sure that what we're eating is not dangerous for us. But essentially when we're buying organic, we're just giving ourselves a little bit less exposure to some of those toxins. But the benefits of eating a fresh, balanced diet of fruit and vegetables far outweigh what you should be worrying about just from eating conventional food because it's not organic. So it's not something to worry about. It's just that when you buy organic, you're just slightly reducing your exposure to some of the stuff that is used to grow food. Can I eat organic on a tight budget? If you want to try to eat more organic produce on a tight budget, first thing you can do is always look for seasonal produce. When stuff is in season, there's always an abundance of it. So whether it's organic or not, the price shouldn't be as high because there's so much of it and it needs to be eaten right now. And what you can do is you can just prioritize. If there's certain things you know you eat a lot of, for instance bread, then when you go to the supermarket or wherever you get your bread from, then if you see it may be reduced, because a lot of bread gets reduced because it gets close to the sell by date, pick it up when you see the organic variety, just take it home, put it in the freezer. And the same with meat. If you see organic meat on sale and it's going to be much cheaper than meat that's not labeled organic, take it home, freeze it and use it another day. It's just all about looking out for those deals. Most often than not, it's close to the date that they need to be sold by. What makes meat organic? So for meat to be labeled organic, the animal must have ate an organic diet free of any kind of growth hormones or anything like that. And even if the animal got sick and needed to have antibiotics to get better, the animal can no longer be classed as organic. Also, those animals need free space to roam. They need to be free range. So of course, the reason that meat is more expensive also is that farmers need more land to raise the animals on. That's the difference between organic meat and non-organic meat. Wow, so much amazing information, chef. Like, I'm going to be a walking encyclopedia of food soon. If you learned something new, hit the like button. Let us know. Am I the only person that's learning here? And if you like that one, check this video because I think you're going to like this one too.